I don't want it to be a situation where when you leave college, the only thing they can say is, he had a 40-inch vertical. Oh, well, whoop the freaking do. You got a 40-inch vertical. How is that going to feed your family if you don't make it to the league overseas? Who cares? No one cares.
Hoop loud.
I said, don't just be worried about the banners, the championships, the accolades of basketball or football or baseball or whatever you're playing. Don't just be worried about the athletic side of it when it relates to legacy. Is the only thing that they can say about you is you work hard or you're a good basketball player. Because if it's so, then you lost. If you have 4 years of college and that's the only thing people can say good about you is something to do with your sport, then you've lost. You need to make sure you're intentional about your relationships beyond the court. And I bring that up because, and this is something that slipped my mind on my first video about legacy. I bring that up because I've been offered quite a few jobs that I didn't have to send a resume in for. Now, I can tell you straight up, it wasn't because I'm that great of a guy. It's not because that my resume is just so impeccable. It's not that my organizational skills, my leadership skills, like I am, it's not that. It had everything to do with the relationships that I built beforehand. It had everything to do with the legacy that I had at that particular campus, with that particular person, with those particular group of people, when I didn't even know a job was going to be available. But they had nice things to say about me beforehand. And that's what I encourage you to do. That's what I want you to have after you graduate, right? Your strongest network many times is the network you form in college. Many times. It's your network that you form in college. So once you leave college, what are the people that are still at college, meaning your deans of students, your professors, your registrar's office, your presidents, your VPs, your provosts, what are those individuals going to be able to say about you? Would they be able to close their eyes and say, yes, I want that person to be on the staff, or yes, I think that person should be good for the job, regardless of how their doggone resume looks? That's some kind of legacy I want you to have. I don't want it to be a situation where when you leave college, the only thing they can say is, he had a 40-inch vertical. Oh, well, whoop the freaking do. You got a 40-inch vertical. How is that going to feed your family if you don't make it to the league overseas? Who cares? No one cares. So do yourself a favor. Make sure you're intentional with your relationships beyond just the basketball court. Make sure you're on a first name basis with individuals that like the president and the VP and the deans of students and people in different departments. And they don't necessarily have to mention your sport to have great things to say about you. And these are people you can put down as references. Now, this is something I forgot in my last video, but that's my last video about legacy, but this is the one I really wanted to hit home. When you're on campus, a lot of people feel like, I just want to live the college experience. I have people coming to my office all the time. We all get off the beaten path sometimes, but I have that conversation like, look, if you're constantly in my office, because you're drunk, high, you're missing class and all this other stuff, you're constantly in my office about this, then when it's all said and done, I'm not going to have positive things to say about you. Chances are, you're not going to be a person I'm calling up trying to get a job after you graduate, if you graduate. You want that energy to be positive energy. You don't want that energy to be negative energy, because if it is, then that's going to hurt you in the long run. That's going to hurt you much longer than a doggone basketball game, trust me. So if you had to stop right now, if your career was shut right now, if your career was over, everything's over as far as basketball right now, you're just forced to leave the university you're at right now, the school you're at right now, what would be your legacy right now? What would people say about you right now? What references could you put on paper that they would speak candidly about you and it had nothing to do with the sport? And it cannot be your coach or athletic director. Name those people. Put them down in the comments. What's your legacy?